We're heading through the short chute here. Just past the tunnel turn, getting ready to hit turn 3 and go green. My name's Adam, race 14 of this season. We're starting 18th here. We have a modified fuel window of about 28 laps to 30 for the AI, and 70 laps is about, I think it's 35% of a 500 mile event. Let's lay back and hit it with them. I think we can win this one if we stay out of trouble. Wow. Hit the wall a little bit, no problem. Should have ran a few practice laps before this. Trying to remember how to get the wheel going here. The proper turning radius. We'll get a hold of her here. Wouldn't mind being on the bottom. And that's where we're going to get to. 3 wide ahead of us into this tunnel turn. Let's just keep our eyes open. We're still 3 wide, I think. I mean, we are this time.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Car outside.
Turn 3 has always been my nemesis at Pocono, but we're doing well so far. Those first couple laps, I forgot how much I did have to turn the wheel here to get into these turns.
Car outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
But we have it figured out now.
Stay low.
Had to use Dave Marcus as another set of wheels in that turn, but we're fine now. Things have settled down a hair, so we can talk about the points. Bill Elliott, with his dominant performance at Sears Point, and our not so good finish has him in the points lead now. We're still in second.
Still there.
And
Clear.
a disturbing theme that's been developing is all of our drivers were battling for the points. They're always starting in the top 10. They're always getting really good qualifying spots. So it's going to be a battle. After this race, we have Daytona again. Again, this was it's a modified schedule from 1992. I talked about it during the Rockingham race. How, restrictor plate tracks were too close together. Michigan and Pocono races were too close together. The road courses were too close together, or I think I just said that, I don't know. But, I mean, if we ran a true 1992 season, we would have run Talladega,
Stay low.
or we would have run Daytona here coming up, Bristol, and then Talladega right after.
Keep low.
And I was like, holy cow, let's not do that. So we moved Talladega to its
Keep low.
more modern date late in the season. Because back then, I mean, they were running that Talladega race in Alabama in just brutal heat. And that's why they moved that.
Car outside. Stay low.
It wasn't comfortable for the drivers, it wasn't comfortable for the fans.
Keep low.
So they had to do something.
Still there. Clear.
You know, we really didn't get out of the gate here super strong. And it's an uphill battle the rest of the way, but I think we're fine. I mean, we just, 7 laps in, we just turned in our fastest lap. So we're getting a good handle on the track now. Didn't take any damage when we hit the wall early.
Car outside.
And we're taking turn 3 all right.
Keep low.
I mean, that used to be a spot where we were guaranteed to lose
Outside.
ground on the AI, and we just did there. You see how much Bobby Hamilton was able to,
Still there.
I mean, he's catching us here when we were ahead of him, so
Keep low.
we still don't have it down.
Stay low.
If we can figure it out, we can win. Because my lack of
Clear.
talent in turn 3 is factored into the difficulty rating we use. Bill Elliott's performance at Sears Point, I'm not going to lie, was kind of disturbing. Because I had talked about it during the race, how, wow, I wonder what happened. I wonder if there was a slow car that, you know, killed a bunch of cars' momentum and Bill Elliott just took off. No, he just slowly, methodically ran and just drove away from the field. And they weren't even running 2x2. So, that's the first time we've seen something like that this season. A car completely just dominate a race. But it was at a road course, so we're taking it with a grain of salt. There we go. Got to get into the gas a little bit quicker than that. Yeah, a short race here, relatively speaking. That modified fuel window I mentioned. We can usually get to about 32, 33 laps. And the AI could possibly push that to 35. There might be some AI cars that would just do one stop. And I wanted to avoid any weirdness on that front. We have one random caution. Cautions are back on. We had turned them off at Sears Point. cautions are back on, and we have one random caution here. And with Pocono, we usually don't get a lot of old-fashioned cautions.
Outside. Still there. Still there. Still there. Stay low. Clear outside.
Sorry there, Ted Musgrave. Still learning turn 3.
Outside.
We are going for this, and we shouldn't.
Stay low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside. Clear. Outside.
But Oregon Shepherd lost momentum.
Stay
So
low.
we can get around him. We're going to just suggest that Ted Musgrave
Clear outside.
go up the track there. There we go. Now we need a nice turn 3. This is the biggest turn 3 of the race so far. Not awful. All right, we're in 16th. I like it. We definitely don't have our turns perfect. We have plenty of time to settle in here, though. They're racing 2x2 in front of us. That's really good news for us.
Car inside. Still there. Clear inside.
Now they're single file, which isn't good. Bill Elliott in the lead out here in the early going, and no one's really broken away from the pack on either end. Sometimes the leaders here like to pull away from the pack. This is awful turn 3. And we haven't had any DNFs, and no one's fallen off the back of the pack. So good stuff so far. We just got to catch Harry Gant here. And again, they are racing side by side up here and there, which is good news for us. It slows them down. Combined with a good tunnel turn. There we go. The tricky part about turn 3 is you have to be getting into the throttle before the car has you. And when you get into the zone and you get into a rhythm, that's when you can start turning fast laps around here, when you get a really good feel for how turn 3 is working. And we're just not there. close. It helps when the AI's there. When the AI's in front of you, it gives you a better feel for it. This should be a good pass. I haven't taken turn 3 from the bottom line in a while. Let's be careful.
Still there. Keep low.
Ted Musgrave really forced our hand there to take turn 3 well, or else he was going to get into us.
Clear.
And yeah, like I said, after this race, we're doing Daytona. Then I'm taking a week off.
Outside.
We should be able to clear Michael Waltrip here before the tunnel.
Outside. Still there.
No problem.
Clear.
Yeah, because guess what? We're going to learn Pocono here
Keep low.
and get around here really well. And then before you know it, we're going to be back here.
Clear.
So I wanted to take a week off from all that. I wanted to take a week off from all the game, just so we're not hitting up tracks twice in a row, just out of just out of monotony's sake, and or just out of fear of monotony, and so we don't have everything figured out the next time we come here and we just dominate races. Davey Allison sitting here, looks like he's in 12th position. But he's up there in the points. I showed the points earlier. And what I was talking about at the beginning of the season and what I was scared wouldn't happen is happening. I mean, we're in a great points bet with 4 or 5 cars. I haven't seen Rusty Wallace yet in our charge here, so he's probably up at the front as well. I think that's him 3 cars ahead of us.
Still there.
Earnhardt surpassed Bill Elliott. He's in the lead now. No DNFs or anything yet. Yeah, sorry about Sears Point. There was all the stuff I was mentioning during the race about, oh, there's some dirt. I'm going to find that. There's some dirt kicked up on this lap. I'm going to find that. When I was going through the replay, it was just usually cars would just randomly hit the dirt. And they weren't spinning out, and they weren't wrecks. The Chad Little thing with Wally Dallenbach, I think. Those were just... That was the only real time the AI got into each other that I saw. Should have made a pass there. And that's what sucks about turn 3 too, is we were starting to figure it out, and then the tires, I mean, we're yellow now, and I think it turned yellow this past lap, because then we weren't able to take turn 3 quite the same that we had been the last few laps. So we got to change our strategy again. All right, Bobby Allison.
Keep high. Clear inside.
He really came into the tunnel turn with a purpose there.
Car inside.
Got to let him go.
Keep high. Keep high.
But I think we're going to battle back on the outside of 3. That's big.
Clear inside.
Didn't pinch him. The AI doesn't really get spooked here all that much. Another close encounter with the wall, but we're fine. That was the slowest I've taken the tunnel turn there, and I don't know why I did that. I just realized I forgot to put a 1992 flavor on the track signage. It's here, Phoenix, and I think Watkins Glen. I gotta change up. Phoenix, I'm probably not gonna touch. It is just the busiest track. There are some signs on the side of the track, like on the outside, like these billboards up front that I can change. But the signs on the track walls, like you see Pocono right there, you see Pocono right there, Winston Cup Series right there.
Car inside.
The track signage at Phoenix is just, the wall signage is just
Still there.
a headache, trying to figure out where they all go and everything. So we're gonna push Davey Allison rather than race him, because he's been challenging us these last few laps. We carried way too much speed into 1 there. Holy cow. Or we weren't ready to turn, I should say that. I should say, we have smoke up here? No. I thought it looked like there was some haziness. Let's see, we haven't passed Kulwicki, Kyle Petty, or Bill Elliott. So they're all going to be up here. Yeah, Kyle Petty, Bill Elliott, Kulwicki, Rusty Wallace. We're in 12th. Okay. We really have to turn in almost perfect laps. I'm surprised that Allison was able to fight back here. All right, that was a weird move by Davey Allison in the tunnel turn there. See how much he slowed? Either he got loose or there are pit stops coming. Pit stops. Okay.
Car inside. Clear.
So lap 26. We're seeing a bunch of pit stops. 26,
You're in 4.
52, and then we're easily making it to 70. So this is a 2-stop race. And we're in good shape. Didn't manage my tires too well. Those first few laps kind of, I was playing catch up after those first couple laps. We should, well, Davey Allison's pitting here. So we're going to pit as well. We can use them as our speed limiter here, heading into pit road.
Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. The leader's pitting now.
Okay, we are, let's see, no damage.
Watch that speed now. Keep it on.
And we got 4 tires, and we're a little bit after the score tower. I see us. Let's go, gang.
Go, go, go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
All right, we're coming out with Davey Allison.
Okay, you're
We
clear
came
on
in
the
with
way.
Davey Allison.
Okay,
Here are the
we're
leaders
in.
flying past us. Let's be careful merging here. Looks like we don't have anybody else coming. We got a big jump here on Ernie Irvin. I thought we did until we shifted gears.
Keep low. Clear.
Yeah. We were squealing the tires in our first few laps of this race, and we could hear it even over all the other engines. And there, I was able to smoothly take that turn 3 without too much squealing, and we'll see how well we're doing into turn 1, because you can squeal it a bunch in turn 1. A little bit, but we were able to get a hold of the track and take off, so we're going to be good at the end of this run. If we get there. I don't know when this random caution's coming out. Gained a couple spots there on pit road. Very nice. Looks like, I forget who that was. That was Earnhardt. Earnhardt and Rudd were those first 2 cars I saw when we were coming off pit road. That's who has the lead. I don't know where Kyle Petty went. He was up here in the top 10 before stops. DNF header. He has, I don't get it. He has the same ratings as Kulwicki, Elliott, and Davey Allison. And then Harry Gant's kind of there too. He's a little bit not as good as them. But I don't have any explanation for all of the Kyle Petty DNFs. Well, yeah, he had a DNF at Dover. Mechanical game decision. And then DNF at Michigan with the Morgan Shepherd just blasting him into the wall. And then a mechanical DNF here. I don't know what to tell you, Kyle Petty fans. Of course, we all love his mellow yellow car, and I wanted to be battling him all season. But it's just not there. Rusty Wallace has become our 1992 Kyle Petty, though. You can see how tough it is up here. I can't just mindlessly chit-chat and rely on just, muscle memory to catch these guys. It's just a really solid difficulty here. That was a really decent turn 3, I think. Let's see what our lap time is. All right. The lap previous, we had turned in a 54.1. Pretty good. For me, anyway. All right, we got 3 wide up here ahead of these guys going 2 wide. So we want to take advantage of this. I should have gotten behind Terry Labonte. There. But this will be fine. All right, Terry Labonte's going to have us in turn 3. We don't have turn 3 figured out to the point where we can reliably stick a line down there in front of him. But I really want to catch up to this group that's running side by side up here and they're racing. We should be able to do it because they're still side by side, but they're going to single out now. Yep, Alan Kulwicki's still hanging out low. Okay, no, someone else is making a move. Let's crack the whip on Davey here. Let's catch up. Wait for us, please, Davey. We've got help behind us with Terry Labonte, but I think we're going to catch them here. They won't stop racing. You can see how far ahead that the leaders have pulled away from this group. Because of all this racing. Here we are, I think. What we need is Davey Allison to get around Mark Martin. No, never mind. I thought Elliott, Wallace, and Kulwicki were going to line up, and they might still. But I don't want to get stuck behind these two and lose them. I haven't checked any replays yet or anything, so we should be getting a random caution. Again, I use a program that simulates, it just tells your computer to randomly press the 9 key, which I'm not going to get too in the weeds with it, but I mean, with NR2003, there's a way in the game's menus to set up keys like you're in a multiplayer race. You could press 1 for, hey, I'm coming high, or press 3 for I'm pitting. And then the person who's in control of the race can just randomly throw a caution. He can clear penalties. He can, he or she, they can clear black flags. They can give someone a lap back, all this kind of stuff. And there's hotkeys you can press on your keyboard for all of it. And I just have there's a program somebody made that you just put in how long the race is going to be, and you say, hey, give me a caution in those 70 minutes or whatever, how long the race is going to be. And then the program comes up with a random number and simulates you pressing 9 on your keyboard, and a caution comes out. There was just a pressing need for cautions in the game, since out of the box you really don't get a lot of cautions. And people can piss and moan about that if they want to back in 2003, but I mean that's a really tough thing to simulate. Look out. Rusty. Oh no. The clock may have struck midnight on old Rusty Wallace. It's going to be his second DNF in 3 races. Or 4 races. When was Michigan? I don't know. But he got into it with Ernie Irvin, which is a racing deal. And I think that's Rusty Wallace's first mechanical DNF this season. Yeah, I think these are his first 2 DNFs. Whatever happened at Michigan and then this. Wow. Meanwhile, we should have gotten a DNF at Sears Point. We were, you know, if we had hit a fly on the track somewhere, in those last dozen laps or so after we hit the wall, that would have been a DNF. That would have been our race. Oh, we got something up here. Hang on. Oh, it's still Rusty. Trying to get around to pit road. That shook me up there for a second. I wonder what that's all about. Usually they just slowly come to a stop and disappear off the track, simulating being towed to the pits. Again, not sure when the random caution's coming out, but we have lap 52 is when we'd have to pit again, thereabouts. Dang it, Rusty Wallace. Still, plenty of time left in this season. We're not even halfway through it. A lot of things can happen. But I've been genuinely excited about racing Rusty Wallace for the points. And Davey Allison, and I mean, look at these 3 cars in front of us right now. Allison, Kulwicki, Elliott. These are the 3 cars we're going to be battling, I think. Because there's no Kyle Petty. Harry Gant is just at a level just below this. And just can't consistently be up here. All right, no problem. We'll let them go. Still have 28.5 laps left. We don't need to race right now. And with the AI pit window around 26 laps, I am starting to get nervous. I don't want a random caution coming out here while we're right on the edge of that window, because that could lead to some chaos. When I said earlier about, hey, we don't want to race them right now, I meant racing them on their terms. Like, I'm not gonna fight to hold the outside line when we're gonna use up the car doing that. But if I can pass them on the inside, we'll do that. I forget what race I talked about. It might have been Michigan. I don't know. But you know, we're up here in the top 10 and things are good. Bill Elliott's ahead of us in the points, but guess what? If we're content with just the top 10 and Bill Elliott finishes a couple places ahead of us, he gains a couple points there. Then the next race, we do the same thing. Feeling good about a top 10. Bill Elliott finishes a couple points ahead of us. And that's what happened in 1997. It was just a slow burn and death at the hands of Jeff Gordon.
Car inside. Keep high. Keep high.
All right, we're about 8 laps from
Clear.
8 laps from pit stops.
The yellow flag is out. Let's go.
There we go, random caution. And that's going to fall right on the pit window, but you know, with the AI slowing up during the caution lap and everything, caution laps and everything, we shouldn't have any funny business at the end of the race. I say that we shouldn't, but we probably will. Just hope it doesn't take out any of the
Still there.
top dogs. Oh boy.
Pit road is closed. Too low.
Really didn't want to lose that spot. I think we got him though.
Kept up to the end of the pace line.
Stay behind the 4 car.
Behind the 4 car.
There we go.
Stay behind the 4 car. Let him by. We'll give you just a splash of fuel. We'll give you 1.5 cans of fuel.
All right, here we go. Pitting for the final time, the second and final time this race. We're a little bit after the score tower up there on the right.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000. In seconds. The pace cars on the front straight.
Let's look for significant brake checks here. And I'm worried that Ernie Irvin pits right in front of us. No, it's Ernie Irvin. It's Ricky Rudd. Oh, no!
End of pit road. You're too far forward. Back up.
It just doesn't want to brake. I don't know if I changed the brake bias on the game or something. That's enough of a consistent problem that I think I messed something up.
Go, go, go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000. In seconds. Okay.
That hurts. That hurts.
Stay behind the 55 car. Okay, merge when you can.
I think I called Ricky Rudd Ernie Irvin for just nonsense reasons. All right, we're going green. I'm pretty excited about that last lap we ran here. 2 minutes and 17 seconds flat, 3 zeros. It's a rare sight, 3 zeros. Yeah, we had that bullcrap happen on pit road. We lost a couple spots, but we're in 12th. 22 to go. And I don't know how much tires we can spend. Some, for sure.
Ready now. Going green.
But, you know, we've been struggling at the end of the runs. We just got to be perfect. No problem. No pressure, no problem. Just be perfect.
Green, green, green.
Not a good jump. Dick Truckle behind us was afraid to pass us on the inside because that would be cheating. Come on. Give me the car. Dang it.
Still there.
Just a repeat of what happened early in the race.
Still there.
We're really going to stick it into this tunnel turn, though. I'm not sure if we cut off Dick Trickle there or what, but that didn't work out. I really had delusions of grandeur on this restart, thinking we were going to do something. I wanted to sneak under Ernie Irvin, and I couldn't. I'm not going to have time, and we're going to be stuck on the outside here. Dang it. I mean, look at this pack up here, though. They're running side by side. Looks like 3 wide even. We really want to get up into there. Okay, we got to remember the track. We got to remember. Maybe I just don't do well on fresh tires in traffic. I don't know. Again, like Musgrave did earlier in the race, the AI will force you to take turn 3 correctly. Once I saw that he was behind us, I cracked the whip. Looks like Hutch Strickland is up here in this, when he wasn't beforehand. The red car up there, the first red car way up there, that's Jeff Bodine a few laps down. I've most likely shown how he ended up a few laps down. Probably just had an issue or something, had to pit somewhere. This is dangerous. Real dangerous. Don't hit anybody up there, Hut. Okay. Let's stay off of Hutch Strickland. I'm guessing Ricky Rudd or Ricky Wallace. I almost said Ricky Wallace. Ricky Rudd and Alan Kulwicki are pulling away. That's the 2 white cars up there. But they're going side by side now, which means we can all catch up if we can get single file. And if I can clear Hutch Strickland. Oh my goodness. Man, that tunnel, I gotta be, I don't know. We're all right, though. That's a solid turn 3 right there, too. Turn 1 is the turn that you would think I'd pay a lot of attention to. I mean, pay equal attention to all 3 turns. But turn 1's always been the one where I'm just like, I'll figure it out. Because you have that long straight after that, and you can draft and catch up. So, it's always been third in the pecking order of my worries of the 3 turns. That caution really hurt Earnhardt. He was in the lead. By no means was he running away with this, but he was in the lead. And he had his car in that top spot for a while. And the caution came out. I think he restarted second here. Probably got pushed up to the top somehow, and that's all she wrote. Jeff Bodine is still hanging out up here, so he's probably not a slow car, just had an issue somewhere. Wiki trying to go for this win here. He doesn't need it, but I mean, the DNF at Michigan didn't help his causes. And he did pull out ahead of Ricky Rudd here, but they've been battling back and forth. So, a bunch of side-by-side stuff. So, all of us back here can get our house in order. We can catch them when they run side by side. Davey Allison is up there in third now. Of course, we were running with him a bunch this race. I don't like how this turn 3 is setting up. Trying to get a good exit here and latch on to Darrell Waltrip in front of us. It's always scary when they run single file like this. They can easily get away from us. Other than the caution laps, this is probably going to be flag-to-flag coverage. Like I said earlier, a relatively short race. Ernie Irvan again gently nudged us there, reminding us to take a fast turn 3. We're a slip up. We're something away from really screwing up here into turn 3. We're a little bit late, and then we're mad that we're late and we don't let them pass us. We might get spun out. And Ernie Irvan's not going away, I'm telling you right now. Carried way too much turn. That tunnel turn is my bread and butter. That should be automatic. I screwed that up. I think we still have a chance to win this. As weird as that sounds and looks, like how it looks right now. Like I said, Ernie Irvan is not going away. I think those guys just had a huge push down that front straight. And I would be shocked if Ernie Irvan doesn't make a move on Earnhardt here soon. Wow, we're losing the car here. What did I say about realistically having a chance of winning? Seems like we've lost the car in the last 2 laps. Still have green tires. 10 laps left. They're running side by side so we could catch up. So that might have been what happened. We were behind. We were behind some cars, and they just had a really great run on us, and we had to let them go. We kind of cut off Mark Martin there in 3. Not kind of, we did. But, you know, it's under 10 laps to go.
Car inside. Stay high. Clear inside.
So, forget what I said about potentially winning this thing. Let's get whatever points we can out of this, though. These cars are just super strong up at the front. Holy cow. Can't screw up the tunnel turn. That's, I mean, you have to go slow to go fast through there. It's one of those kind of turns. Cut off Mark Martin again in 3, and I think that's, I mean, that's how we have to take turn 3. Terry Labonte's into the dance. Oh boy. Yeah, so Ernie Irvan, I thought he was going to be making moves, but he doesn't have anything for them. That's what I was just saying about going slow to go fast. Really went in there, slammed on the brakes, and we're able to read these guys' bumpers now. I'm going to say it feels like a case that we're holding on and surviving here at the end. But, I don't know. Mark Martin did not lose any steam through that tunnel turn. And this is where turn 3 is going to hurt us when we need turn 3.
Just 5 more to go.
And we're not getting it anymore. I hit it perfect maybe 3 times this whole race. It's not beat ourselves. It's not smack into a wall. Let's let Mark Martin hit us into the wall. They have a much better turn 3 entry than we do. Kulwicki still in the lead. 0.3 of a second. That's a lot, actually. But Davey Allison's... Looks like Davey Allison and Ricky Rudd are racing up there for second. Alan Kulwicki loves that. Now we're sitting here running 9th. Are we guaranteed? Are we the 9th fastest car here? No. This is a track position game. We hurt ourselves on pit road. Who knows where we'd be? Yeah, Kulwicki's in the lead. Haven't lost anybody else. Just relax back there, Mark Martin. We have a pitter here. Earnhardt. Not sure why with 3 to go. What is this?
Okay, we're under caution. Pit road is closed. There's an accident in turn 3. Stay behind the 4 car. Just 2 to go.
Accident in turn 3. That's going to be the race. And we gained a spot because Earnhardt fell off. So we're losing 4 points probably to Bill Elliott because he most likely led a lap. But whatever. And Alan Kulwicki's getting the win. I wonder if Earnhardt, if that was a pit stop or a DNF. All right, we're coming to the checkers. Alan Kulwicki is getting the win on that last lap. Dale Earnhardt and Bob Schacht pitted and did splashes and goes. Splash and goes, however you want to say it.
There's the checkered flag.
Those were the only 2 cars that pitted.
Great job, buddy.
So, that is what it is. Looking at the standings now. Looking at the results. As I mentioned 30 times, I think already, Alan Kulwicki gets the win. Davey Allison finished up there. Harry Gant finished up there. Bill Elliott finished up there. And so did we. So that's good. We're not losing points on them. A lot of points. Nothing else to talk about here. Some big names at the bottom. Again, Earnhardt just not having a good time this season. And Rusty Wallace had a DNF. And Kyle Petty, I still haven't, I'll put that in post during the race. But I still haven't seen what caused him to DNF or what that looked like. Probably just blew up and went to the bottom of the track. The usual stuff. That's it. We'll take a look at the points before the next race, which is Daytona. And like I said, after Daytona, I'm taking a week off away from everything. Then we're going to come back strong. We'll come back strong at Bristol and Darlington and some fast tracks. All right. Thanks for watching.